7 reasons why Grand Theft Auto Vice City Original is better than the definitive edition. Let's begin. Let me tell you that in the original Vice City, did you know that vegetation like trees reacts to a helicopter's wind? Here's a great example. You can see here that the trees sway a bit due to the wind that the helicopter is producing, while in the definitive edition, trees don't have this feature anymore. Instead, they replace it with pre-rendered tree animation, like this one. This next one bothers me a lot when I first played Vice City Definitive Edition. You don't even have to look closely. NPCs are floating. Their feet are slightly above the ground. The collision physics in this game is clearly rushed out. Reason why I say that is because this is not a problem in the original one. See? A bit disappointing, honestly. Once again, the rain in Vice City Definitive Edition looks very painful to look at. They clearly need to fix this. If I'm being honest here, I'd say I love the original Vice City's rain more than the Definitive Edition. In the original, you can almost feel the atmosphere and the rain doesn't look obnoxiously weird like in the Definitive Edition. If I were to describe the rain in the Definitive, I'd say it's like grains of rice falling from the sky. I think that's the best way to put it. One of the major issues of the Definitive Edition, not just Vice City in general, is rendering issues. Some objects pop out of nowhere and sometimes they don't even render properly at point-blank proximity, which is a bit game-breaking if you ask me. The original did a great job knowing its limitations at the time it was released, and honestly, it still holds up fairly well today in terms of render distance. And you don't get the issues the Definitive Edition has. If you ask me, I recommend you to play the original rather than the Definitive Edition. And what's more, if you're a bit hesitant to play the original due to the outdated graphics, well, you can just install mods and download and install them. And I guarantee you, it will look 100% better than the Definitive Edition. This next example, you should watch closely, because you might miss it if you blink. In the original Vice City, most vehicles are destructible, if not all. Let's use this car here as an example. I'll hit this car multiple times to demonstrate to you what I'm talking about. See that? The pieces of the car braking fall to the ground normally, while in the Definitive Edition, I'd say there's a mysterious force here at play that's breaking the laws of gravity. See that? The pieces of the car that are falling teleport to a random spot, and I don't know what to say. What do you guys think? Weird, right? Let me know in the comment section below. If you drive a boat in the original, take a closer look at the water. The boat leaves a water trail, and at the same time, a very visible water splashes. While in the Definitive Edition, the boat also leaves some water trails, but you won't see any water splashes. I don't think that's a major downgrade, so I'll let you guys decide the score for this one. So yeah, comment your opinions below. Here's a bizarre one before we wrap things up. If you throw a Molotov in the original, you can hear the Molotov exploding underwater, but you don't see a fire explosion. All balanced like all things should be, right? Well, in the Definitive Edition, water seems to be made out of a different element, and it doesn't negate fire at all. See? Molotov still explodes underwater, and you can clearly see the fire right there. It's burning underwater. And that's a wrap. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to come back for more next Sunday at 9 a.m. PST. So that's about it. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.